Hello, my name is Omar Faruk Tekbilek. In this video, I like to talk about the spiritual sounds and its impact in our beings. In Sufi tradition, as I come through the Islamic tradition, I learn all these teachings through study and as a musician also practice all my life. I become aware of this fact that the first great teacher in the history, his name is Hermes, as we call Idris alayhi salam, and he defined the universal laws. There are so many things that he emphasized. He said, whole universe is composed of vibration. So everything vibrates, and our conscious awareness makes this vibration actualize according to our perception, our senses, our hearing, seeing, tasting, makes things appear whatever we see. But in actuality, there is nothing outside. Everything is vibrating. So this vibration is a whole cosmic universal symphony is happening around us and in us too. Everything vibrates, and what vibrates and makes a sound. In Islamic tradition, it says God said kun, and all become, everything became. And even in the Bible, it says at the beginning there was a word. The power of word actually is the vibration. The unmanifested power manifested itself through the word, makes the vibration appear, which is actually everything is vibrating, as we said. Through this knowledge, and if we noticed, looking at the history, ancient time, all the priests, they were all musicians. The priests were the ones that they are doing the ceremonies and singing, because singing activates that awareness. We become aware of that vibration through our being, which also it's said, humming is the bridge which connects our soul and our body, since essence of our soul is vibration, essence of our body is the vibration too. Then that's why when we hum, there are three qualities in the priest, which has to be knowledgeable, has to be old, respectful, he has experience, but also has to have good voice. But they say, if there is somebody old, knowledgeable, but he doesn't have a good voice, but also there is another guy, young guy, and has a mediocre knowledge, but has a good voice. So we have to make that guy imam as a priest leading the ceremony, because good voice affects the soul. It gives the positive effect, good voice. So music is always emphasized, even though in Islamic history, at the beginning of the Prophet Muhammad's, when he come, they abandoned the music making with the instrument, not the music making itself. But making music with instrument was forbidden because it was activating all this worldly pleasure, drinking, all doing this. So they abandoned the music making with the instruments. But there was a Bilal Habeshi was a very famous, very good voice. Muhammad used to say, "Come on, Bilal, make a call prayer. So lift our soul with your good voice." So music, in a sense, it was misunderstood, not forbidden, but music making with instrument was forbidden until their culture was their consciousness was so low, until they evolved. They understood what is the real meaning of life and God and all the life, real value of life. So then, after 3-4 century later, or even like around 12th century, 11th century in Damascus, all the Sufis, they start together and doing all this, the hymns, the singing for God, or about the God, or about the good gift or life, how we as a human being, we contain the whole the beauty in as a human being. We are the fruit of this universe. Whatever is the whole universe it is in us, as above, as below. That's all the Hermetic tradition says. So as a human being, we have all these qualities, but the music making is the shortest way connecting with our soul. That's how I found, and like me, there are many Sufis and all these spiritual beings, they realize also it is very obvious in Indian tradition, music is the highest value, and they always sing, they play the music, they dance, and so the spirituality is achieved very easily when we sing and when we let our body move, as Mevlana Celaleddin Rumi, one of the greatest Muslim saint. So he was always also doing the worldless, we call it the sama, and they use the ney and instruments. So activate that soul energy, or I should say, to get in touch with our soul energy through musical awareness. So in this sense, music is the shortest path to connect in our soul. Whatever we do in our life, as also I remember there is a beautiful African proverb. They say, if you are walking, you can dance. If you are talking, you can sing. So having a good voice is a God's giving gift. But more important than having good voice is being intonation, being singing with the soul. As a beautiful example is a Louis Armstrong, a trumpet player, famous jazz player. He doesn't have good voice, but when he sings, he gives the beautiful feeling to the listeners. Also, in the David's in the Bible and Old Testaments, the Zemur of the Davids singing and using the instruments, playing the instruments, is always quickens the awareness of the soul. So because of that, so that there is a drummer, which is our heart, always giving the rhythm of the life. So it symbolizes with the frame drum or whatever as a skin, they tap it, they activate, and they always use also breathing instrument. It can be mizmar, it can be ney, whatever, but using the breath, which is our gift from God. In Quran says, nefahtu min ruhi, means I blow from my soul to Adam and he became alive. So the soul become alive through the breath. And when we use our breath with the vibration, adding the beautiful words as appreciation of being alive, also appreciation of all the gifts that around us gives by God or by life and bestow upon us. We are enjoying this life. So it is just the highest form of thank when we sing and give our thanks through the beautiful melodies, and we become more happier. We become happier and more lighter. We become lighter through this vibration. As we said, the humming is the activation, the energy between soul and body, since their essence is a vibration. So while we consciously vibrates, then we are activating this energy and we become tranquilized. In this sense also, as I have to mention this, because many cultures, they emphasize thinking as a powerful tool. But in yogic tradition, in spiritual tradition, and also in Egyptian tradition, thought considered as a sixth sense, as our seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, and hearing. But thought is also another sense that is given us. Its job is analyze what is going around us, but according to what we build up so far. Since the childhood, we are thinking, we are learning all this. The thought is not a new thing. It is all past. It just repeats itself in different combination. So thinking first is always as a mistake, which philosophers always emphasize. We got to think. And then many immature spiritualists, they say, no, you don't have to think. You get rid of the thought. Actually here is that there is a little wisdom, which the order of looking at the thing, we have to look without thinking first. We have to absorb it without any assumption, any analyzing, then put the thinking after that, analyzing. If we put the thought first, we are just making, okay, according to this, then we are judging it. So if we learn how to look without judgment, we are connected to life energy as it is. So why I say this? Because when we sing, when we become our breath, we cannot think. We become alive with the right now. What's happening is a new, fresh things. So in this sense, music does the beautiful job as getting rid of our thinking, imagination thing, just to become one with the life energy as it is now. No past, no future. There is no future actually. It's an imagination. But the past is happening because of our experience. Actually, it is not on the back. It is always top of each other. Everything is in the moment. There is always now. We cannot measure now, right? Now is always now. It was now, it will be now. So there is only one moment. So the music is the magical tool. Whatever instrument or our first instrument, the singing, when we use the singing or doing music, we are connected to the very moment of our life. So that's why I always feel, thank you, my Lord. I have two gifts in this life. One is become aware of your awesome wisdom, whatever it is a dot. Imagination or all the religion, they emphasize. But in essence, there is an awesome mind that creates this energy. There is something happening. So I stop over there and I adore this awesome mind and I'm drunk with his beauty. And then from there, I'm just looking at everything with the joy, with the enjoyment. Well, one day, whoever knows, one breath, next breath is not coming, we are gone. As a million years has gone. So with this music sense, that's what I said. You gave me two gifts. One is aware of your awareness. I am not analyzing you, but I am worshiping you as a divine source. My existence is the proof of your wisdom. When I look at it, I didn't create myself. Something you created. But whatever it is, even you said by itself, but that wisdom is my worshiping point. And second is I'm a musician. Because as soon as I touch or whatever instrument I play, as soon as I touch, I am in touch with my soul. My thought disappears. I am with the moment. So that's why the music is very important in spiritual tradition. And I advise everybody, even though we can, not many people can play the musical instrument, but the awareness I learned from my teacher. He taught me one time, my drum teacher, he taught me first pattern, right, left, left, left. So whatever you do with your right, you got to do with your left. So I was repeating like this. He says, no, do it on the air. See, you are playing your body. Whatever you put on the piano, and you know, that becomes piano, that is. So you don't have to play any instrument. We are here because the instrument is extension of our body. So if we become aware of our body, and if we tune it every day, and then we become aware of this and playing our body, then whatever the job you do, even you do, whatever you think is do, is a playing already. We are dancing right now. See, I'm dancing while I talk. We are dancing while I am talking. I'm singing. So this awareness is the highest awareness I become aware of so far in this age, and I am enjoying very much. I die every moment. I enjoy. There is no future. There is no past. Experience of past, but is over here. I look at even without the past. I experience. Then I say, I experienced this, but I don't look with the experience. So music does this. That's why in spiritual tradition, any spiritual tradition, music always involves, at least in the highest, in the simplest form, as a singing. Then they beat the woods, they beat the stones, and they start the singing, and they hit the strings or whatever. So it becomes more and more. But in essence, we are playing our body. Our voice is a gift from God. We can imitate any instrument, anything, any animal's voice, we can imitate. So we are very lucky, and we are the highest form in this planet, evolved so much through the millions of years, and we come to this point. So becoming aware of the music is the highest gift that given us by God or by life, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Hope to see you in the next episode, inshallah.